Welcome back to Dead Ball Diary. Today we're breaking down one of the most dramatic matches of the World Cup 2026, a 5-goal thriller between Türkiye and the United States in Los Angeles. But here's the plot twist. The USA had already qualified as Group D winners. They had nothing to play for. Meanwhile, Türkiye was already eliminated. They were playing for pride, for honor, for their nation. And what happened? Türkiye pulled off one of the most emotional comebacks you'll ever see. Let's break down this incredible match, goal by goal, moment by moment. The match kicked off in Los Angeles, and within 3 minutes the USA struck first. Austin Trusty, a defender, headed home from a deep corner kick. It was a shocking start. The USA, with 9 changes to their lineup, were hitting the ground running. At this point, you might have thought, this is going to be a blowout. Türkiye is already out. They're demoralized. This could get ugly. But Türkiye had other ideas. Just 7 minutes later, Arda Güler equalized for Türkiye. He exchanged passes with Barış Yılmaz, broke through the American defense, and finished with composure. But here's the historic moment. Güler became Türkiye's youngest ever World Cup goal scorer, a young talent stepping up when his nation needed him most. The Türkiye supporters erupted. The team was alive again. Just 4 minutes later, Türkiye completed their turnaround. Eren El-Mali squared the ball to Barış Yılmaz, who hammered it past the American goalkeeper. Türkiye went 2-1 up. Now think about this moment. Türkiye was supposed to be dead in this tournament. They were eliminated. Nobody expected them to be winning against the USA. The Los Angeles crowd went silent. The Americans, with their rotated lineup, were struggling. Pochettino's backline looked vulnerable. And Türkiye, the already out team, was putting on a master class. It looked like Türkiye might even win this comfortably. But this is the World Cup. Things change fast. Just 3 minutes into the second half, Sebastian Berhalter brought the USA back into it. He struck a ferocious shot from the edge of the box, a real thunderbolt. The ball flew past the Türkiye goalkeeper. 2-2. The match had completely swung again. Now it was anyone's game. The USA brought on some of their stars. Christian Pulisic came on as a substitute. Pochettino was going for the win. The American side was showing why they're one of the favorites in this tournament. But Türkiye wouldn't give up. Despite being eliminated, despite facing superior opposition, they kept fighting. The crowd was going crazy. 5 goals already, and we still had half an hour to play. This was peak World Cup drama. For the next 45 minutes, it was end-to-end high-intensity football. The USA had chances. Pulisic was creating danger, but the Türkiye defense held firm. As we entered the final minutes of the match, it looked like it might end 2-2. A draw for pride for Türkiye. A disappointing result for the USA, despite being rested. But then, the 90th minute arrived, the 93rd minute, the 95th minute, the 97th minute. We're deep into stoppage time now. The match should be over. And then, in the 98th minute, the 8th minute of added time, Kaan Ayhan scrambled home, a last gasp winner for Türkiye. The ball went into the net. Türkiye players went wild. The Türkiye fans in the stadium erupted. This was unbelievable. Türkiye, the already eliminated team, had just beaten the Group D winners in the most dramatic fashion imaginable. A 98th minute winner, a heartbreaker for the USA. Now let's look at the bigger picture here. For the USA, despite losing this match, they actually set a historic record. With 8 goals in this tournament so far, this is the highest scoring World Cup campaign in USA history. They surpassed their previous record of 7 goals, set way back in 1930 and equaled again in 2002. So, despite this loss, there's pride for the American side. But for Türkiye, this victory means everything. Already eliminated from the tournament, they could have folded. They could have come out flat and lifeless. Instead, they fought with heart, with passion, with pride. Arda Güler, their young talent, stepped up and became their youngest ever World Cup goal scorer. Barış Yılmaz, Kaan Ayhan, these players showed the character of their nation. This is what the World Cup is all about. Not just winning, but pride, honor, never giving up. What an incredible match. Türkiye goes home with their heads held high. The USA moves into the knockout rounds, but this loss will sting. This is why we love the World Cup. Anything can happen. Drama, emotion, last-minute heartbreak. What did you think of this match? Was Türkiye's comeback one of the greatest World Cup moments you've ever seen? Can the USA bounce back in the knockouts? Drop your predictions and reactions in the comments below. And if you love this breakdown, please subscribe to Dead Ball Diary for more deep dive World Cup analysis, goal compilations, dramatic moments, and daily breakdowns of the biggest stories in football. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.